What up, Dave? What's going on, everybody? Another round of the foosball as we go back for a freshy case. 2025 Topps Chrome football on tap tonight. Thursday night fights. It is the 7th of May. And thank you guys for being part of the break tonight. I appreciate it. We're going to get into it in just a minute. Let's let everybody stream into the live so they can say what's up to us all. All right, we got the live link dropped on the break post. And while we're waiting, let's take a look at the starting lineup. And oh, by the way, before we do that, update. Hope you guys are excited for me. I didn't get any copyright strikes since I changed the music. How about that? That's amazing. Facebook is off my case for at least a minute. But the only downside is we can't listen to the whole Stone Cold thing. But been pretty good only listening to the glass breaking. So yeah, Facebook's trying to foil us. Those guys always doing that thing all the time. What can you say? It's just how it goes. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup. What up, Pete? What up, Anthony? Here we go. Sean with the Cardinals and the Falcons. Welcome back, Sean. Stephen G with the Ravens. Shawnee Sears with the Bills. Evans with the Panthers. Petey with the Bears. Sean Odell making his comeback with the Bengals. We got a lot of Seans in this break tonight. Robert with the Browns. Stefan with the Cowboys. Heather with the Broncos, Robert Lyon, Sean with the Pack, welcome back with the Larry with the Texans, Angela with the Colts, Terry with the Jags, Dave with the Chiefs, Donald Raiders, Terry Chargers, Lupe with the Rams, going for the Matthew, don't call me Matt Stafford, buyback, Grady with the Dolphins, Kevin gets the Vikings, the arch nemesis of his real team, Donald with the Pats, Pete with the Saints, Rich with the Giants, Robert with the Jets, Steven with the Eagles, Angela Steelers, Tommy, welcome back, TCB with the Niners, Robert with the Seahawks, and Chris with the Bucks. OG Chris. Thanks everybody for being part of the break. I appreciate it. And let's double check. Who had it last night? Who had the Lions Inc. last night? I think it was Eric. Yes, Eric had the belt last night, and that means tonight we are going to crown a new Parlay Intercontinental title belt holder. So the top card will become the latest and greatest Parlay Intercontinental title champ. That's coming. 10:51 p.m. East Coast, guys. Thanks again for being part of the break. And we're going to do it as long as we can. Play a little bit of the bubbly, a little bit of the music that we love before we get struck by copyrights. You know how we start here at Parlay Breaks. We always start our breaks by first breaking that glass. Let's get it rolling. Are you ready? Fighting gloves are on. Here we go. What up, Paul? Thanks, everybody, for joining tonight. And we are going to get it started with the man, the myth, the legend, the master of the ladder match, Razor Ramon. Hey, yo. Good luck, guys. Let's get into a fresh case, and then you guys are going to tell me which set of 10 are we going to take. Is it going to be the top, bottom, left, or right? All right. Take a peek, if you will. Are we going to go with the top 10, the bottom 10, the left 10, or the right 10? First person in the comments to tell me top, bottom, left, or right. That's the one we're going with. And then tomorrow we will run the second half of this bad boy. Pete says left. Thank you, Pete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 alive. Let's see if we can do this. All right, there's not a lot of room here. Let's see if I could. It's kind of tough. Yeah, let's get this out. I need a bigger stage. All right, so that's what's left for tomorrow's break. And let's bring these in. When I was a youngin', I worked in retail, and you had to do what was called face, which means make all the products face the same direction and line up nicely. So we're facing these because that's how Grandma taught us to be conscientious in our presentation. What up, Evans? Been a minute, my man. We're doing great. I hope you are doing well, and thank you for jumping in. Closing, no less. Always a special place in everyone's heart for the closer. And maybe, just maybe, this will go around Evan's waist tonight. All right, guys, it's time to roll. What up, Jesse? And now I need one more from you guys. Are we going to go with the left stack or the right stack? You tell me. Grandma taught you well. What up, Stefan? It's a little late night break, but we're all here ready to roll. We got our West Coast brethren here on the line too. Not so late for them. Which stack do we want to start with, the left or the right? I can never remember that. Right? First one that I see is the one we are going to go with. Thanks everybody for being part of another Topps Chrome foosball break. Not even 5 p.m. Well, yeah, you're way out west. In a place that one day I need to visit. I've never been out that far. All right, guys, let me know left or right. Which stack do you want to start with? Stefan says left. You got it. And let's get it rolling with the man, the myth, the legend himself. The master of the ladder match being reintroduced. And he's going to put that machismo on. Hey, yo, machismo on. Well, thank you, Razor. Robert goes left, too. I always like when you get that additional confirmation that we made the right choice. Thank you, Robert. Empty. Numero uno. We're going to stack them and then super rip half and half. So interesting, in our very first case, if you are keeping track at home, the hit counts were nearly identical in both halves, which was pretty impressive. So we had one auto, one light board, one relic, and 8 numbered hits in each half. The only difference was that in one we had a short print and the other one we did not. So pretty impressive that we ended up that evenly distributed. We'll see if it goes this way. Half the world has lived tomorrow before. Live tomorrow before. Yeah, it's true. That is true. Tomorrowland, somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. All right. Try not to knock things over. I have a tendency to do that. Probably because I get so excited whenever we rip. Probably. Who used to say that? What character was it? Yes, Jesse, these are megas. Indeed. Good luck, guys. Guys and gals, thank you all for being part of this rip, as always. These are the mega boxes, which, man, I'm seeing some mega boxes sell for $129. There's asking prices higher. I don't know if they're getting them, but they are going crazy. Lakers tonight. I gotta turn on a little bit of the NBA. which, by the way, this weekend, we are also going to do NBA break, and just got in one of the latest products released for you basketball fans, Topps Chrome Cosmic NBA. So we'll be ripping that as well. We've got Topps 3 we still haven't ripped. We have a box of Finest basketball we haven't ripped. And now we got Topps Chrome Cosmic ready to roll. Jesse and Stefan, I like it. I like it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying our expanded football breaks. Topps Chrome Soccer. That just came, there was a soccer that came out today, but admittedly, I know like so little about soccer. If I wouldn't even know how to like price soccer. I think I've only done it twice. We've done soccer breaks, but I think it was, gosh, was it World Cup? I did a mix. It was during the last World Cup. I did, there was a World Cup Panini product that came out, and I had a UEFA Sapphire that I mixed it with. It was kind of fun. Cooper Flag, baby. Cubs dominated the Reds, 9-game win streak. It's unbelievable that the Cubs are like totally crushing that division. And is it me, or I was looking at the standings today, there are very few teams that are like dominating record-wise. It just seems like 80% of the league are just like 50-50, 500 teams. Kind of nuts. The AL East was the most impressive with the Yanks and the Rays. I got to say, the Rays always find a way to impress. It's just phenomenal, their longevity. All right, guys, good luck. Here we go. Starting it with a Kels, Chase Young, Fred Warner refractor, Castro, Kittle, Ricky Pearsall, Darius Slay, Milton, Aaron Rodgers, Buda Baker, hot pink. Really is a nice looking one. How about a Blake Corum to $2.99? Starting it out for the Ramses. Going to Lupe. My man Lupe. Blake Corum. He did me well in fantasy, that's for sure. Nolan. Tupaloopalootu. Brock Browers. Kyle Pitts. Carter on the hot pink. Mandrews is our first Cam Ward. Power to the players. Going to the Titans. And who's got the Titans? Wait a second. Oh, it got cut off on the sheet. I missed two names on the sheet, dagnabbit. Missing Sean with the Titans and Lupe with the Commanders. Got cut off. And, Romo Duze? No, just a regular refractor. I thought I saw a pattern there. There's so many different patterns now in this product that you got to try to keep an eye out for. One that I'm hoping we hit, which I haven't seen, is the pigskin parallel, which, while I am not a fan of, there's a Jackson Dart throwback, non-refractor, so the first Dart hit on the board for Rich. While I'm not a fan of overdoing parallels and numbered hits, when they're good, they're good. And just like the green grass refractor, I think the pigskin was the right choice. Brady, Thornton, Jake Browning on the lime. Atwell refractor. Kittle, Zach Ertz, and DeAndre Hopkins is going to be the gold lava, 11 out of 50 to the Ravens, to Steven. Did I miss a gold power players? Did I miss something? Or you mean the Cam Ward? That one? Not gold. All right, here we go. Zay. And just another backwards card that means nothing. Second time we saw this. Not a short print or anything. Patrick Surtain, Saquon, Drake May, power players. Mahomie and Fanny Jr. All right, Evan. Thought I missed something. Dracomus Mayamus. Next up. And we got an auto. Luther Burden the third. Rookie to 299. So let's see if we're going to get 1 or 2 in this half. That's going to the Bears to Pete. Congrats, Pete, taking the ink. Typically, we've seen 1 auto per half. Will Anderson, Marvin Harrison, back-to-back Fractor of X and base. CD. He's a CD Lamb. Rashad Bateman and Sawyer. So our goal is power players. Oh, no problem. Rookie auto. Offensive, too. Mike Evans. Dracomus May. Yeah, the Future Stars have this weird, like, edge that looks like it could be a parallel, but it's not. Second time it got me. Drake May Prism. Cedric Tillman, Kincaid. Let's see if we got a short print image variation. Terry McLaurin is the X-Fractor, all chrome. And Derek Stingley Jr., 11 out of 75 is the purple. So seeing purple numbered to 75 is quite interesting. That's going to the Texans. Goes to Larry. Congrats, Larry. Mahomes Kaiju. I don't think Kaijus can be pulled from retail, right? I got to double check on the odds, but I think they're only in hobby. Kamara, X-Fractor throwback. I mean, I wouldn't mind if we get one, though. Not one bit. Franklin, Jahmyr Gibbs. There's a Shador refractor. Going to Robert. Get it on up there. Josh Allen throwback. And we got our first relic, another one. Caleb Johnson. I think we got him in the first half of the last case, too. Caleb Johnson is the first year fabric, or the second half, I forgot. One of them, we got a Caleb, and we got 1 relic per half case. So that's going to the Steelers, to Angela. Congrats, Angela. Taking down the hit. Bucky Irving. No relation to Bucky O'Hare. And Slayton. All right, so that's the first half. We're going to delve into half numero dos, and we're going to super rip that bad boy as well. All right, let's get Razor back out. Oh, see, I almost knocked everything over again. The excitement of Razor does it again. Empty. Thank you guys again for being part of the break. We got tons of baseball mixers coming up, headed into next week, where it is 2026 Bowman baseball time. Big time release. We'll be mixing up some stuff. We'll continue doing football as well, headed in. But we've got mixers that are going to include things like 2026 Topps Chrome Black. We've got Stadium Club 25. We've got Topps Chrome Update on the patch chase. We've got Bowman's Best still, Bowman Draft. A couple years of Bowman Draft, a whole bunch. We've even got a couple of boxes of 5-star. So there's a lot mixer-wise coming for baseball while we are on a little bit of a football hangout. Foot who? Definitely enjoying ripping football, that is for sure. I'm a baseball first guy, you guys know that, but it's been fun ripping some football. Bowman's gonna be sick, of course. I think Holiday crushed another home run tonight. He's gonna be the headline of the product. And this weekend, I'm planning on working on my cheat sheet that I will share with all you guys earlier part of next week. That's always fun. I get a chance to sit down and look at the odds and look at the checklist and kind of geek out at that a little bit when I do that. All right, we're going to super rip this one just like the first half. All the way home. Thank you guys again for being part of the break. Hey, if you haven't already, do me a favor, smashy that like button. I like watching us rip football, but I love baseball and soccer. That's pretty cool. One thing that I really want to watch is I've never done a player break just because, I mean, that's massive amounts of product. And I don't know if I'd be able to sort a player break and get the cards out quickly enough. But I think it would be fun to watch a player break of this product. Usually it's a couple of cases at least that you'd be doing. Tops make a deal with PGA. You know, honestly, Jesse, I wouldn't be surprised if that's far behind. I think it was yesterday or the day before I was talking about, one thing I hope to never see is I hope Upper Deck never gives up the NHL license and never loses it to Fanatics and Tops, because then it's a complete and total monopoly, which you never want that, ever. Never, ever want. Total monopoly, unless it's a board game, then it's okay. As long as Boardwalk is involved or Park Place, then you're fine. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do land a deal with PGA, especially now with Live out of the picture, or like gonna be out of the picture. Seems like possible. I mean, what would be left? They got tennis, they got racing, they got WWE, UFC, they got all these non-sports properties. Like, it's just up the wazoo. Golf may be the only one left. What else is left? They got boxing, I think, right? I don't know if it was licensed, but I know they did a boxing set recently. All right, here we go. Yeah, Upper Deck, I got to give them credit. They make the nicest looking relics ever. There's a Bo Nix, McBride power players. Good luck, guys. On the second half of play, Saquon, Fractor of X, Kittle, Cam Scatterbo, Hawkinson, Bryce Young, future stars. Tesla got his auto yesterday. Oh, wow. Another Caleb Johnson, first year fabric, and this is the red. 2 out of 5. What are the odds of that? Same player. This is the third one we've gotten of Caleb Johnson, but now we go red, and it is a nice patch. Look at that patch. But what is that for a Steeler? That doesn't look like a Steeler. Was he on a different team previously? That's a very strange patch for a guy on the Steelers. I don't know what blue is really in there, but it's still nonetheless 2 out of 5. Pretty darn sweet. Going to Angela. Double shot. Is that going to take the top spot? What do we think? 2 out of 5. Non-auto. We're going to have to see if we can somehow comp it. How about a Mahomey X-Fractor? Going to Dave. Always nice with a Mahomey. Yeah, maybe a glove. It looks like a jersey, though. It doesn't look... It's like ridged. Maybe it is a glove. Could be a glove. crazy. The blue star in the white circle. Darnold, X-Fractor. Well, let's see if we can keep on building on that. Tyleek Williams. 8257. Nah, I just wanted to check if that was a potential short print. Blue, yellow throwbacks. Oh, maybe. There's blue in that? There's Mahomes. We're going to have to take a little bit of a double check, a discount double check to see if that's going to be the top spot over their auto. Maybe we'll get a second auto. So maybe we got a nicely loaded case. And now we're going gold. It's Caden Prather. We hit another one of his number too. That's going to the Bills to Sean. I think Sean even got it. 12 out of 50. Congrats, Sean. Let's keep going. Maybe we got a case that's just overloaded. I never even realized there was a blue star in there. I'm going to have to go and look it up now. That's pretty cool. Good call, Pete. Pretty cool either way. Bucky Irving throwback, Porter refractor. Jordan Love. Browning. Jamar. Tyler Warren. Cooper Kupp, Prism. LT. Yellow, red, and blue. Yeah, good call, Pete. Jaden Daniels throwback. Sterling Sharp. There's a Corum refractor. Cam Ward, power players again, and numbered hit. Another Steelers, another Caleb Johnson. Holy moly. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Caleb Johnson auto pop out. So Angela with a little bit of a crush fest. Caleb Johnson, 36 to 199. Very, very nice. So I got to see something right now. All right, let's get the next Caleb up on the stage. Trifecta hitting. The steel mill symbol. Makes sense, makes sense. I got to be more observant next time. I'm the kind of guy that if there's like a crime and I have to identify the suspect, I will fail miserably. I'll be like, it was like a guy with like hair and he had clothes on. Jalen Hurts. Thought I saw a little mark on there, but no. Van Ginkel, Tyreek, Myles Garrett. What do you know? Another Caleb Johnson on the lime. I guess now you can't call that a color match. Baker Mayfield, X-Fractor. All right, final stack, guys. Are we going to get another Caleb Johnson? That's the question. Matthew Golden went for 100. That was on the red to 5. Josh Allen, X-Fractor. Geno Smith. Maybe one more hit we're good for. Let's see. Cooper Kupp. Winding down. Dak Prescott and Ibuka, and that's going to do it. So it was a Caleb Johnson kind of break. Holy cow, what a break for Angela. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to do the Mama Parlay giveaway. I'm going to ask you a trivia question. First person in the break to comment with the right answer will take this one home. Remember, you always see your own comment first, so I'll shout out who I see first. We're giving away a little basketball since it's NBA playoffs time. and it's going to be a Luka 2025 Topps Now, the number 5 card ever released since the license was obtained by Topps at the beginning of the season, and they started releasing Topps Now cards. This was on the first wave. I think it was only 5 cards, and Luka was the number 5. Joins Laker royalty with his 43 points in the LA opener. I'm going to ask you a football question, though. The question is, who won Super Bowl 40 in 2006? Was it the Steelers, the Seahawks, or the Titans? Who won Super Bowl 40, which was in 2006? Was it the Steelers, Seahawks, or Titans? First person in the break to comment the right answer will take this one home, and then we will recap it. Thank you, Evans. GT did 289. Woo. Who won Super Bowl 40? Steelers, Seahawks, or Titans? First person in the break to comment with the right answer will take this one home. Evan says Seahawks, incorrect. Robert says Seahawks, incorrect. Elisha, you gotta be in the break for this one, my friend. This one's just for those in the break. But thank you for participating. First Super Bowl in Hawaii, that's awesome. The Aloha Bowl. Who won Super Bowl 40? Steelers, Seahawks, or Titans? Dave got it. It is the Steelers. It was indeed, and why wouldn't it be when it's been a Steelers kind of night with Caleb Johnson? So congrats, Dave. Shot you down. Send that your way, and no, it's okay, Elisha, no problem. Thank you for jumping in. Sometimes I do it for everybody on the live, sometimes just for those in the break. All right, let's recap it, guys. Thank you again for being part of this one. We'll be back tomorrow with the second half of this case. So we got a Mahomey X-Fractor, Cam Ward Power Players rookie, Mahome Power Players, May Power Players, and another Cam Ward Power Players Refractor. Jackson Dart on the throwback. DeAndre Hopkins Gold Lava to 50. Derek Stingley Purple to 75. Shador Sanders Rookie Refractor. Caleb Johnson on the Aqua Wave, I believe it is, to 199. Caden Prather Gold to 50. And then Caleb Johnson, first year fabric, not numbered rookie. Caleb Johnson, first year fabric, numbered 2 out of 5, red rookie, total opposite end of the spectrum. The Blake Corum to 299 and the Luther Burden III rookie auto to 299. I'm going to do just a quick comp check on the Burden to see who's going to get the belt. Oh, wow, Burden is up there. Yeah, I think Burden's got it. Burden, that's like $100 to $200 comp card. I think Burden is definitely going to take it. All right, well, it's been a nice one. Pete landing the belt with his Bears. Thanks, everybody, again, for being part of the break. I appreciate it. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll run it back, second half of the case. And I'm going to see if I can put together a doubleheader tomorrow, do a little baseball. You know, we haven't done a random in a while. Maybe we'll do a random in baseball tomorrow, see how that flies. And that'll do it. Always remember, do something good for someone else. It always comes back to you. And until next time, it's your boy, Parlay J, saying take care, spike your hair. We will see you next time. Goodbye and good night. Bang.